Alright, welcome to Stacks of Snacks and Random Chats. I'm here with local rapper Anim8ted, aka Jeff Border.
Dog, you ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. First off, let me start by setting the record straight. A lot of motherfuckers in my town are starting to hate saying LN. They think they so gangster, they wanksters. Motherfucker, let's hear your definition of a gangster. Is it MTV? Every black dude with baggy jeans and his always had is a G, or is a G a motherfucking drug dealer or a killer? So what you mean is you gotta kill the poogie, and that's a bigger. Last time I checked, anybody's capable of pulling the trigger. So how is that gangster? Is gangster a dude with a foul mouth, a pocket full of crack, strong enough to knock somebody on their back? You say yes, but what if that somebody was you? Is it gangster to fuck one person up with the 4-man crew? You might think that's gangster, but dog, you don't know. Gangsta ain't about half the shit you hear on the radio. I ain't saying gangsters don't exist, I'm just saying what most people think is gangsta ain't shit. It's pretend, and LN ain't gangsters. We about babies till the motherfucking end. What's gangster? Dog, you ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. Is gangster the color of a flag that you wear on your head? Get caught in the wrong hood and you better off dead. Is gangster a bulletproof vest? Want to protect your chest from somebody loading a clip, aiming at you, dumping the shit of bullets? Is gangster when you get a 9 milli and you click it and pull it? Someone says you ain't a gangster, so you feel you gotta prove it. Some other gangster's mom and dad who didn't do shit to you, buy a house and you fucking shoot through it. Yeah, that's gangster. What's gangster? Dog, you ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. My crew, check your crew, but we ain't a gang. Lyrical nonsense in the gang ain't the same thing. Low in the gang, out the fucking mainframe, roll toe to toe just to fit a profile. Am I a gangster? Cause I'm a 2-year convicted juvenile. I ain't proud of my past accomplishments, so the profile fits. I won't go down like no bitch. Is that gangster? If it isn't, I'm a gangster. I only am what you see me as, can only be me. I'm no self-acclaimed G or a wannabe, cause it's impossible to wanna be me. I just am what I am. If that's a gangster, then goddamn. What's gangster? Dog, you ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. Yeah, man, it's just so you motherfuckers know, man. You take everything you see on TV, take everything you hear in your stereos and shit, and put it all aside, and give me the real definition of a fucking gangster. You gonna sit there and call somebody a wannabe and shit? Man, what the fuck y'all talking about, man? Y'all don't even fucking know. Tell me, man, what the fuck is a gangster? What's gangster? Dog, you ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster. What's gangster, dog? You ain't gangster. What's gangster? Tell me what's gangster.
Jeff, thank you for coming, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I haven't spoken to you in a while. How you been?
Living life, man. Living life.
And tell me, what does that entail?
Changes, man. Changes.
Alright, well, before we get any further, I want to say that Pringles is the snack of the day, and we've got cheddar and sour cream, whatever nasty fuck's eating that. And we've got roasted jalapeno, fire roasted jalapeno. It's going to burn your mouth and your ass. Not fucking around here. And we've got the disgusting favorite, pizza Pringles. Everybody eats those little nasty pieces of shit. Then we got ranch. My personal favorite, we've got sweet and tangy barbecue. You like sweet, you like tangy, and you like barbecue? Oh, these motherfucking chips is for you. Get your dick all hard, you smash them up in your hand, and you masturbate with them. Do what you do, baby. Well, alright, once you pop, you just can't stop. And here it is, the real deal.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
try some of these. Get you some there, Jeff.
An amazing spokesperson. Pringles should be paying you for real right now.
Paying me, man.
they should be paying you.
I'm telling you, I take my snacks serious. I like to go to town on these motherfuckers. I eat 5 or 6 boxes of these. And they even come in box form. It's fucking...
Not even. They come to form.
What's funny? Potato chips in that? You're kidding. No, Pringles newfangled potato chips. Newfangled? Yeah, the ones that stay fresh. Potato chips that stay fresh. Yeah, and not broken. Not broken. Who sold you that, Charlie? No, kid. Look, crushed fruit canister. And airtight. Now watch, Joe, because there's a whole bag full of chips in here. Hey, they're not broken. I know.
Back to your life. How you been, Jeff?
Good. Getting out, just getting things back on track, I guess.
So, getting out of where? Rehab?
Getting
Jail, hell?
getting out of treatment.
Alright.
Because I'm a drunk.
You like to get drunk? I do myself.
Hey, I appreciate it.
So, I've known you for quite some time. For, some years now.
Yes, sir.
And, you used to be a rapper named Descriptive.
Right.
Now you're animated.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me about these, colored pencils bringing you to life and making you animated. I want to hear about it.
Okay, and it's something that you're gonna understand very well. When I sit there and talk to somebody and I tell a story, apparently my body movement and the way that I fluctuate and I do. This guy told me one day, "You look like a fucking cartoon. Like you're everywhere. Like your name should have been animated."
That's good.
I'm not gonna tell you who said that because I ain't too fond of the fucking guy, and unfortunately he said something that stuck. And Descriptive, I picked that up when I was younger, like, because I didn't want to, rap wasn't what I was gonna do, that was poetry. And descriptive words, descriptive meaning, all this and that, I don't know, I thought it was heartfelt and it meant something. Animated means more though, it's funny. Because you tell a story and your body movement means a lot, and somebody just thought I had a body movement that I look like a cartoon.
So, it's safe to say that your rap career could die. You could become a country singer, reanimated, right?
Fucking dumb. Yeah, you're right. It's safe to say, maybe I could do that.
All right. Well, we got, what's that dude? I don't know his name, Little Nas, maybe? The dude doing the... Got my horses in the bag.
He likes male butts.
I was about to say,
so
pretty
probably
more
that ain't
horses
gonna
is
have
code word for
it.
something.
Yeah. He likes black booty from the back.
Yeah. We just listened to one of your songs named Perfect.
Don't you see I'm perfect? They don't know me. Don't you see I'm perfect? They don't know me.
I think about my past, I consider who's my friends. I did a moral tally and the census is in. Will they ride or will they hide? The situation depends. They can find a way to come up, then it's all systems go. If it's do something for nothing, then it's all hell no. It's funny how the tables turn and lessons get learned. So much effort to a bridge just to watch it get burned. So much truth gets revealed with such little concern. Gotta pay for respect that they ain't properly earned. It's crazy how the love can simply mutate to hate. When the rulers catch around, you suddenly turn fake. When you're no longer the person that they appreciate, they try to dominate and go against the facts. Then you're standing all alone with the world on your back. You attempt to relax, you know you paid your dues. Cause to myself I'm still perfect, you got self-control.
Don't you see I'm perfect? They don't know me. Don't you see I'm perfect? They don't know me.
I used to be the type to always follow the crowd. There was trouble popping off, you knew where I could be found. The one the big homies love having around. If there was dirt that needed handled, man, fuck it, I'm down. But then the script got flipped, my ideas started to trip. I do what I gotta do to get up out of the mix. I had a wifey and a home, a fucking child of my own. Way too many things for me to not act grown. Same people I relied on to hold the fort are non-existent when I'm lost and in need of support. So now I'm hard in the paint, front line, half course, so much to
me about this song. It's off of your album. What's the name of the album?
I'm gonna call it Drinks, Drama, and Bullshit.
And
That's not really what it's called, but it was a bullshit album, so I gotta add that.
okay, well, let's take a step back before we start talking about this album. Let's indulge into what makes you think that it's a bullshit album.
You get pushed into doing things that you don't want to do that isn't genuine, if that makes sense. Hip hop music's supposed to be release. It's supposed to be something that everybody can do. Like I don't know. Like not everybody, like you could take somebody that really likes and appreciates music, and that doesn't mean they can write a song.
No.
It doesn't mean that they can do it. It just means they can listen to some shit and cry. Something like that, Whereas actually being able to write it, you have to be able to sit down and genuinely do that. But so what I mean by that, though, is look at it. Just because you like music doesn't mean you can do it. Like, how do you take your heart and expose that on a piece of paper unless you really got some shit to write? Like, it's kind of like taking an average listener and ask them, have you ever been able to tell somebody fuck you and actually mean it? Like, that sounds stupid, but really think about it. I know genuinely I can sit down and write a song and mean every word to it. That doesn't mean who listens to that song is going to get that same impact or that same feeling.
I agree with that. So, is that a problem with you as an artist or other artists, you think? Or is that a problem with the audience?
I would say the listener, to be honest. I mean, if I'm having a bad fucking day and I write some shit that nobody's gonna listen to and understand the extent of
this bad day.
Yeah, nobody's gonna get that. But still, I mean, if I wrote that bad day and it sells 25, 30 copies to somebody that didn't even comprehend what I was getting at, fuck it. I mean, that's the listener, I guess.
Alright, well, back to the album. Tell me the process of making this album, how you came to the label and what you made the album. Tell me about the whole thing, start to finish. I want to know how this album came to be, because as someone who knows you, I know bits and pieces of the story, and I know it began a while back.
Okay. That's a rough one, but yeah. To clarify, I was going through a bad moment. This guy, a good guy, like I could talk shit and sit here and I could call him this and that, but honestly, yeah, I think authentically he was trying to do the right thing. He just didn't have the right direction. But I was still here. I was in town and I was making really bad decisions, and he was trying to help me. He reached out like, I'm gonna move you. So I moved to Colorado. I moved to Fort Collins for a little bit. And he felt like it was better for me to get the fuck out of here. Like, don't be here. Like,
I agree with that still to this day.
Yeah. And like, if anybody knows the slogan, Land of Entrapment, you goddamn right it is. Fuck this town. But he gave me an opportunity to go and told me let's do music, and we did. He did. He drove out here. He picked me up. I left with him, and we started doing the music thing, and he kind of took the fun out of it for me. He made it a job instead of something I wanted to do. So we got out there and we started doing music, and I wasn't happy with the way that came out. So we did an entire album that's horrible. It's shitty. I don't even like listening to it. I actually don't even own a copy of it.
That's a bummer. So you're gonna say that your album was not as fire roasted jalapenos as these motherfucking Pringles are, huh?
No, it was not.
That's a bummer deal, buddy. I've listened to it as well, and the thing and I could be wrong, but my feelings of this album are there's not enough hooks with you or somebody it's their pre-generated hooks. Now tell me about this.
Now, to be honest with that, and I can actually I can answer that question like just out the gate. I can't write hooks. The way I got into music, even me and you, our history knowing each other, I could do a 16 easy. Like, and honestly, if anybody wants to dispute that fact or question me on it, I can ride a 16, a hot 16, faster than they can take a shit, and it's gonna be something that people want to listen to and people that can listen to and understand when they listen to it. Now, a hook, there's a problem with that because hooks sell songs.
They do.
Hook is what makes your entire song, and I can't write a fucking hook to save my life. But I can write that 16. And somebody that's actually like a fan of music and really like, you're never gonna hear somebody that's a real fan sit down and only know the fucking hook.
Straight up. Real fans, they know the words.
Yeah, they're gonna know every word to that motherfucker. And that's the way that ends out. So people that are realistically fans of me and realistically like listen to my shit, they're gonna know every fucking word. Whereas a hook, I can't do it. It's horrible. It's a bad trait. It don't make money like that. But it's genuine. Like,
So, way off topic. I'm sitting here watching you talking across from me, and I'm thinking, you know, in high school, girls used to say you're the pretty boy, and now your face is all scarred up, bro.
here we go with this shit. Go ahead.
Well, tell me how the fuck you get these beastly motherfuckers, because some of them are rowdy as shit.
Sometimes you get stabbed. I'm sorry. You can't block some of that shit. No, what happens with that,
And you certainly should not block with your face.
no, I put myself in bad positions that I shouldn't have. And yeah, that's the consequences of that, I suppose. Sometimes you catch a knife to the face.
Yes.
Hey, realistically, I could say that twice, and that's hard, and that's not fun or easy to explain to like people that care about you, but that's the reality of it.
You like to fight.
No, I hate to fight. You tell me I'm a pussy.
Then why are you always fighting?
I didn't make that choice. I guess I did without bearing the consequences of it. I hate fighting. I fucking if we can just talk and hash it out, and that's great. But
play a game of tic-tac-toe over who's gonna win.
Something like that.
Yeah. Game
But
of
it's
Scrabble,
cute.
Smartest motherfucker is the boss.
But then if we turn that conversation around and we think about it, because you have known me for that long, and I can say honestly, and anybody that wants to deny that listening, you've personally been to fights with me.
Don't bring me into the goddamn crime.
All I know is this: you were there. You can't sit there and deny it. But yeah, I got in a fight and I took a piece of contraband. I guess I shouldn't have brought to the fight, but like that's kind of the situation it is. Like if somebody, let's just be realistic about it, I guess. If somebody's gonna beat you up with brass knuckles or a gun or something, I'm probably gonna bring brass knuckles or a gun.
Yeah.
Like,
Straight up.
to protect myself.
You got to take threats serious. People are fucking retarded. And the more pussy you are, the more
a victim you are.
yeah.
The more pussy you are, the more victim you're
You know,
made.
I had to bring the gun. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you should have just not started the goddamn fight.
You're right.
You know,
Hell
fuck.
yeah. Nah, I completely agree with that.
Like, I understand, pussies like to get mad too, but they gotta know their stopping point. And showing up to the fight is not something pussies should do.
True. Damn, I don't even know how to respond to that one.
I just feel like they should just stay behind the keyboard and
Yeah. But see, we're in a different world now. Like a keyboard is muscle anymore.
if you 90 words a minute on there, fuck, you the king, bro.
You're a bad motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker.
If you're
I
cocking
be
90 out.
insulting people on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at the same time.
The sixth grader committed suicide last week. Authorities say she suffered nearly a year of cyberbullying. As Michelle Miller reports, more than a dozen of her classmates could be held responsible.
12-year-old Rebecca Sedgwick climbed to the top of this abandoned cement plant and jumped to her death, finally giving in to the girls that had tormented her online.
What I find is funny though, and exactly what you just said, I gotta relate that to even when we went to school. Like I remember when we went to school, it was still we can go meet out back and fight this shit out.
Yeah, and then normally when you fought, we're hanging out a week later.
Yeah, you're right. But anymore, it's if you meet in the back and you fight, I don't know, next time you watch the news, that person that lost probably killed themselves.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
slit their fucking wrist. Like,
Which I know it's wrong of me to say, but fucking power to them. You're gonna do that right away? Fucking go for it. Life is gonna be hard. Getting beat up, that's easy, bro. Fuck. What's gonna be hard for you twat boys is how about you lift some weights, do a fucking sit up, take a karate
Put in
class,
the time.
Put in the time, and then go beat that motherfucker's head in. Either that or just go get a gun and shoot him. Don't kill yourself. That's the dumbest shit you can do.
But that's what keeps our news stations running.
Yeah, it does. The bad shit is what keeps it popular.
Like,
Fuck
for
that.
real, like, if all these kids, like... And this ain't talking shit to nobody, because you know that. You've known me for a long time, and I have no problem admitting that. Like, I'm a suicide survivor.
Tell us about that.
Shot myself in the fucking face.
Yes, you did. I see the scar.
Like, I ain't proud of it, but it's something I did, and I don't boo-hoo about, because... Honestly, it sounds stupid. I can't stand people that talk about it and don't do it. Like, don't tell me how sad you are and how bad you want to fucking kill yourself. Like, if you ain't about it, don't talk about it.
I don't hate you, we all go through it. Wanna get a knife and just do it, do it. Slice your wrist and spill those fluids. Do it, do it. Pop those pills, I ain't feeling stupid. Do it, do it. I don't hate you, we all go through it. Do it, do it. Wanna kill yourself? Do it, do it. Relationship a mess, you can tell from them handprints, bruises across the neck. When she in love with the deck, this bitch is gonna die before he shows respect. And then she works his sweat just to owe him the check. The only time he holds her when his bone is erect. And then it's right back to only knowing neglect. He's fucking abusive to you, intrusive and rude. And still you wanna say that the dude is your boo. He only does it to you when he's had too many brews and been in a bad mood. And that's a situation that you don't wanna be in, especially when you're pregnant. Depression weighing heavier than the baby you're developing. And now you want more than this little fucking hell you're in. Abortion, adoption, it's not a fucking option. Now you're in the bathroom with pills that you're popping. You and your baby about to meet a coffin. I don't hate you, we all go through it. Wanna get a knife and just do it, do it. Slice your wrist and spill those fluids. Do it, do it. Pop those pills, I ain't feeling stupid. Do it, do it. I don't hate you, we all go through it. Do it, do it. Wanna kill yourself? Do it, do it.
And the way that I reflect from that, and it sounds fucking horrible, but honestly, I could say this. If I could shoot myself in the fucking face, can you imagine what I could do to you?
So, let's talk more about this. What brought you to this point where you said, I'm gonna shoot myself?
Rock bottom. Sympathy that I didn't get and I didn't deserve. But, I reached out and I woke up that morning. You want to know detail for detail. I woke up that fucking morning and I took about a handful and a half of pills. This is about the same time that movie Battleship came out. It's just stupid.
Real shitty movie.
I didn't even watch it.
They're terrible.
All I know is my neighbor at the time was like, yo, come to my house, let's watch a movie. And this is after I took all these fucking pills. And I'm sitting on his couch and I can hear my heart beating. Because my dumb ass forgot I took the fucking pills. So now that the pills are taking effect.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I'm finna die on dude's couch. And he doesn't even know what happened. So I turned around and fucking, I went back to my apartment and I was going through a situation with my son's mom that it was overwhelming to me at the time. Like, I put myself in a bad spot, but I was kind of being a bitch at the time. Like, I fucked up and you ain't here for me. Boo-hoo me.
Yeah.
And she turned around and basically told me, go fuck yourself. She got on the phone and was like, you probably did something stupid. And I always kept my gun underneath.
When she eating a handful
I
of
did.
pills is stupid as fuck.
Yeah, it was stupid as fuck. It's even stupider. I forgot I did it. Like, that's retarded. But, I always kept my gun under the couch. And at the time, and you have to understand, at the time, and it's not justification, it's not right, but my dad had just died, which he killed himself. Like, unsuccessfully, I don't know how you word that. He unsuccessfully killed himself, so he left the pressure on me to finish it for him. Like, I got to pull the plug on him. So.
And that would suck, dude. That's a lot of shit, man.
So, and keep in mind, I gave myself a bullet to the face, and my brother died 2 days after that. actually doing right shit. Like, he was on, I think, like, his 3rd tour or some shit like that. He got shot in the fucking neck. And I shot myself in the face, and I didn't die, and my brother's dead.
How do you feel? Do you think that's fair? That your brother was defending our country, and you know, I ain't got nothing but love for you, but you were acting like a jackass.
Yeah, no, that was pussy. That was pussy.
So, is that fair that you think? Do you think that's fair? That
I'm gonna give you a fucked up answer to that.
I don't want to fuck that. I just
No, hold
want
on.
a real answer.
No, I'm gonna give you a realistic answer. How I think about it is, he was on his 3rd tour, and though the situation is shitty, he died doing exactly what the fuck he wanted to do. Like, I don't know, this sounds stupid to say, but think about it. If the best example I can give, think about it. If you just like crossing the street every day, and you got hit jaywalking one day, are you gonna be upset?
Right?
Are you gonna say, I'm
what you
doing
love.
what I love, I'm doing what I wanted to do? So, to make it more realistic, 3 tours, he went. It ain't like we had a fucking draft.
No.
Nobody forced him to be there. He was there because that's what he wanted to do. And I honestly feel like if you were to ask him that same question, like, was it worth it? Are you happy with this? I think he'd say, fuck yeah. I'm cool with it. Hell yeah. Now, to make that comparison of what I did, fuck no. That was selfish.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't ask.
He was doing a selfless act.
He didn't ask the guy that shot him to do it. You know? He didn't sit there like, hook me up. Like,
And you asked the dude who shot you to do it. Because you were the dude.
Yeah. So, I felt bad about that, and that was a long guilt. And there's a beef, and I'm gonna say this now. I had a beef with him. Like, my brother, I wasn't happy with that, because when my dad did what he did, power of, I don't know what it is, but it's supposed to be the older sibling that gets to make that choice. Like, I'm gonna pull the plug. It's supposed to be them. And
it was left on you.
he dumped it on me. He physically sat there and said, you know him better than I do, handle it. Straight up. He came down, he saw him in a coma, and like, you fucking deal with it. So when he passed, I did look at that like, holy shit. I just gave myself a fucking bullet. I don't care, y'all can laugh. I can't wait to see the comments. I cheddar bobbed the shit out of myself. But realistically, I had my reasons. Like, I was done. I don't regret that. Like, that's something I get to live with daily. I don't regret it at all.
Are you happy you lived it all?
Yeah.
So, what are the steps you're doing to make your life today different than it was the day that happened?
Leaving this fucking town, for one. For two, how do I say this? I'm doing constantly, and I think a lot of people need to do this. It's a moral inventory. Joel Osteen, whatever his name is, all these
Joel Osteen?
Yeah. All these people and shit, they can't tell you how to live a better life.
No.
And I can't tell anybody, and it's kind of a shame that people get paid. Like, look at him. He's a fucking preacher. He's getting paid to tell people how to live a better life. It's stupid. Because I feel like the impact that I'm going to make is because of the shit I've been through. That shooting is going to comprehend a lot of shit that I say to people. A lot of shit that I can sit there and justifiably, like, I can say that. I took a bullet. Hey, is it stupid? Fuck yeah. Dumb as shit. I'm not going to argue that. But, did I learn? Yeah. Tell you this, I'll grease that bullet next time if it ever happens again.
What'd your mom think?
My mom's a fucking thug. You ever want to hear this shit? And I'm gonna honestly say this because I'll never forget this day. I woke up in a hospital room with a bunch of fucking people, like an entire room of people that are crying and sympathetic, like, oh my God, you know? And my mom sat there so fucking gangster, like, legit. And I hear this shit all the time. They blame my friends. The way I talk, the way I act, the the person that I am. A lot of them look at my friends like, you got that from him. No, I didn't. I got that from my mom.
I got that from my mom.
I got that
my
from
mom
my
taught me to be a
straight
fucking
up.
nut, huh?
Because, and this is the most gangster shit. I don't give a fuck. If anybody wants to question this, I swear to God, my mom's, if you're even going to question it, I promise you, my mom's more gangster than you are.
Your mom's pretty wild.
My mom sat there.
It scares the shit out of me.
Listen to me though. My mom sat there in a room full of people crying, and she didn't even nod her head. And when I woke up, because I was asleep there for a little bit, I went into shock and whatever. And when I woke up and looked at my mom, eye to eye, my mom just like dapped her head. She shook her head back and forth. It was just like, I knew he wasn't gonna die. Everybody else in the room is sitting there like, this bitch.
Thank God he didn't die.
Yeah, and my mom's sitting there like, I knew he wasn't gonna die. Only the good die young. But in his time, yeah. How thug is that though? Straight up, my mom just eye to eye with me, and it was like everybody else in the room disappeared, and she did eye to eye contact. It was just like, I knew he wasn't gonna die. Only the good die young.
Oh man, that's a bummer. But anyway, let's take a moment to talk about these cheddar and sour cream Pringles. I think these motherfuckers are probably gonna taste like ass. I'm really not into sour cream unless it's on a twat box. You know what I'm saying? I'd fucking go to town on there.
Is the Pringles man listening to this shit?
The Pringles man better be listening to this shit.
We gonna try
If not,
this.
I'm gonna smack the mustache off this goddamn can.
You got 5 of them, dog. It's a lot of slapping.
A lot of slapping. Gotta keep your pimp hand strong though. In fucking real life. Alright, you'll be the judge. Cheddar and sour cream. Is it good or no?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. I'm over here thinking it's not terrible.
It's not. It's not as negative as you read it at all.
I think it's better than the ranch.
Hold on, which one? The ranch.
Try one of these ranch. This ranch
I'll
shit.
try that.
I
I know it's not better than the barbecue.
Nah, it ain't. The barbecue's
barbecue's
bomb,
the
yo.
shit.
That's the bomb.
I ain't mad at
You
that.
gotta love that barbecue mode.
That cheddar and sour cream, that's like going to a picnic
It's not bad.
and wanting a snack. Like you're not hungry.
But just to occupy your time.
Yeah, there
It's like
you
smokers
go.
need the
There
fucking
you go.
gun. Yeah.
I need a cigarette, not because I want to smoke, but because I'm bored.
I feel ya.
I'm glad you said that before I had to. This is shit.
And you gotta love Pringles, man. I like to stack my cash like I stack these Pringles. What do you think about them ranch ones though?
It tastes like vinegar.
And that's what I'm saying, like hard, man. It
Yeah.
almost burned my, like not burned like a fiery burn, but
Yeah, those ones taste
it's
like
too
vinegar.
much on my tongue, man.
That cheddar and sour cream is
Yeah,
shit
that
though.
shit ain't for me, man.
Check it. What you know about me? Motherfucker, what you know about me? I guarantee you don't know shit about me. Really ask yourself, man, what you know about me? Yeah, you don't know shit about me. I never been shot, I never been stabbed, but I've seen more in my 17 years breathing than most old men have. Homies get popped and hauled off in body bags. We're on the streets, soldiers wearing vests still get killed cause they take shots to the head instead of the chest. The survivor is why all across his mouth, spitting teeth out, shattered the bone of my job, eating through a straw, but still spitting it raw. I keep my eyes to the sky, my ears to the street. If your intent is life for life, then I refuse to accept defeat. No retreat, my feet will remain on this concrete, cause where I'm from, if you run, yo, considered a bitch. We roll toe to toe, head busting this shit. Friends are overrated, I prefer the term associates, cause those you call your friends could lead to the event of your demise. It's hard to trust when those you trust collide while looking you dead in your eyes. Fucking backstabbers, clips rip flesh to make the blood splatter. My lyrical dishes, lyrically ferocious. A lyricist with town followers under hypnosis. AZTEC belongs to me, my speech is therapy. Hoping faith for those rotting away in county with 3 felonies, and possibly facing 3 to 5 for burglary and an accidental homicide. Yeah, what you know about me? Motherfucker, what you know about me? I guarantee you don't know shit about me. Really ask yourself, man, what you know about me? Yeah, you don't know shit about me. What you know about me? Motherfucker, what you know about me? I guarantee you don't know shit about me. Really ask yourself, man, what you know about me? Yeah, you don't know shit about me. I pray for your life, God spare your son. Instead of living by what's wrong and right, he lived by the gun. Forfeit with an extended clip, trigger finger itchy as he let for a slip. Jump back in his ride, addicted to the sunset. Forgive and forget is nobody's life motto. Sitting on the curb, passing back and forth in 40 bottle. But I'm on top of it, let me rewind, give me a second. Hit the right lyrics first, man, never second guess it. OG's on the block, teach me lessons, keep me straight on the rules. I want that fast cash, but they tell me young G, stay in school. Get legit and wait until the cash comes to you. I'm determined to come up, so I'ma do what I gotta do. Yeah, what you know about me? Motherfucker, what you know about me? I guarantee you don't know shit about me. Really ask yourself, man, what you know about me? Yeah, you don't know shit about me. What you know about me? Motherfucker, what you know about me? I guarantee you don't know shit about me. Really ask yourself, man, what you know about me? Yeah, what you know about me? Hey yo, you can ride with me, or we got beef. We can either go to war, or we can share these streets. But I refuse to accept defeat, no retreat. My feet will remain on this concrete, cause I ain't no bitch. It flips the script, click the freeze. Pull my lighter, burn you up, it's like 100 degrees. Swear to pop shots, bitch, but you just shooting the breeze. Innocent bystanders become casualties, buck and flee. I'm God's lyrical instrument, with the power to spit shit crooked and still have you bitches knowing what I meant. Precise with my lyrics, exact with my speech. Have you sitting on the edge of your seat in suspense just to hear me speak. What you know about me? Yeah, motherfucker, what you know about me? I guarantee you don't know shit about me. Really ask yourself, man, what you know about me? You don't know shit about me. What you know about me? Motherfucker, what you know about me? I guarantee you don't know shit about me. Really ask yourself, man, what you know about me? Yeah, you don't know shit about me. A whole damn flaw mixed with lyrical genocide. My nouns and pronouns cause black eyes and busted lips. And when I really bust a verse, you think I'm busting the clip. I'm killing these fools with this lyrical shit. They can't hang, swearing they gangsters cause they represent the gang. I don't need a gang, I'm a solo rider. My words are hot enough to light your block on fire. You ain't real, you playing pretend. Love or hate me, I'm still me till the motherfucking end.
Anyway, nothing compares to Pringles. And I'm telling you, I love the pizza one. And we'll get into this bad motherfucker. I don't know if it's pepperoni or dog shit on here. The pizza on the actual tube looks disgusting. However, with a glass of milk, pizza Pringles are not that bad.
Mamma mia, cheesioso, molto bene, delizioso. Now Pringles, a pizza delicious.
Anyway, I've known you a long time.
No, I'm trying to think of where to go with that.
Like
and I
12
can't.
years or something.
Yeah. I've known you longer than my last marriage. Shit.
A lot longer than that.
A lot longer. You remember throwing beer bottles at that bitch? You didn't throw any, but you remember me throwing beer bottles? My ex-wife, because we got a 12-pack of Corona, and she's standing there, you better quit. And I was throwing fucking beer bottles by the neck of them, like, psh.
I do remember now, and
Yeah.
the beer bottles ran out, and you picked up the water jug and slammed that bitch on the floor. That shit was so funny.
I learned it today.
That shit was a good time.
No, it wasn't.
As a spectator of the sport,
Oh, yeah,
I loved
yeah,
it.
okay. As a spectator, I could see that. But, not just saying we known each other a long time. Like, that shit's fucking hilarious. We've seen a lot. And I can honestly sit there and say that like we were talking earlier. That's why, for the listeners, if you ever have a motherfucking friend, that ought to be your friend. He ain't the guy you take in public with you.
No, you don't take me to public. I act
No,
like,
I'll take you to public,
I
but
act like a jackass. You know
you
that.
you don't take him to public expecting phone numbers because his goofy ass is genuine. Straight up, you are though. It's genuine. It's to the aspect though. Like if
I appreciate that, man, and you know, I've always told everybody, you do not have to like me. The odds are I wouldn't like me either. But if I'm your friend, I'm really your friend. I'm not half
you're
in on
100 as
bullshit.
fuck.
I got your back, man. And that's all my friends, the three I've got, you know? I don't have friends, you know? I'm not like fucking Mr. Popular. But the ones I have, you know, they're family to me. Now that we're talking about women and
God, here we go. Go
Well,
ahead.
what I'm thinking of as a relationship, because you know I ain't into the dating, I'm into the mating. So anything that lasts more than 35 minutes is a relationship to me. You know what I'm saying?
You going that hard?
I know.
You got 35 at least. I'll give a bitch the best 3 minutes of my life. That's about all you getting.
And they probably don't even deserve that. But you've been married what, 3-4 times now?
I've been married once.
Once?
One time.
Oh shit! I thought you had been married a gang of times.
I've been engaged a million times.
Okay, well, to me, living together is married.
I've lived
it's
with
the same
countless.
hell.
Yeah.
Like every time I
I get it.
meet,
Yeah.
every time we cross paths, you're either in a long relationship with someone new, or you're starting the end of a relationship you just had. And I feel like you are like how I do my songs, how I like my music all to run into one song. Like you can listen to it all the way through and not even tell it's a bunch of different songs. I think that's how you are with your relationships. You in one,
that's not fair.
You in one with the beginning of the next.
No, that's not fair. Check it out. Check it out.
Hey,
check
I'm
it
not
out.
hating.
I don't think
fucking
you
love
are.
it. I'm just saying.
I don't think you are. Check it out. And I'm gonna be honest with this because a lot of bitches don't realize this. And there's one or two. I don't cheat. I have an issue where if I love somebody, I love really hard. Like I love hard. Like bitch, I take a bullet for you. And then there's other bitches where it's like I don't care that enough about you.
We're here to do the
Yeah,
business.
we're just here to fuck and get up. Like that's it. Here's a towel. Wipe yourself off. We're done. You know what I mean? So there's certain situations like that. Like my ex-wife, I love the shit out of her. Was she nasty? Yes. Like I think you saw a naked video of me one time with
Yes.
her. Yes, you did. So I'm not gonna argue that fact, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with the person that she is. Or
There's nothing wrong with being nasty. Let's just get that out
Sometimes,
of the way.
yeah, I agree. You just gotta accept that and roll with it. It's people that deny it that are wrong.
Yeah, 100%. If
Yeah.
you're gonna act like you the bomb bitch, you ain't never sucked dick.
Yeah,
but
if you're gonna act
really,
like you ain't never let somebody bust a nut on
Yeah.
your face, you're fucking
straight,
grimy.
yeah, straight up.
But if you want to be real, and here's the fact of being in a relationship is I don't want to hear about somebody else busting a nut on your face.
Yeah, that's real as
When
fuck.
I
too.
meet
Very
you,
real.
my nut better be the only nut you ever had before.
Yeah.
Regardless, it probably isn't, but I don't want to hear about that bullshit.
You know, some lies are just comforting.
Yeah. It's not even that it's comforting. They're not gonna lie. It's just some truth is better left unsaid.
Oh yeah, that's why whenever I meet these younger dudes, man, and they tell me, "Oh man, I was asking my girl how many dudes she's been with."
No,
I'm like,
you're
"Bro,
right.
you're
No,
asking
you're
this
right,
relationship
yeah.
to fall apart right now."
Yeah.
That's
You're
like
right.
any bitch who's ever asked me, Scholar, what's the nastiest thing you ever done to a woman? I'm like, all right, well, I guess we're breaking up right now.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
This is over.
You
from
don't want
the
to know
gate.
this.
And you know what's stupid? Exactly what you just said, just to like authenticate that. Because no, it is gross. And here's the problem. Females want to know, like, how many girls you've been with. I have a personality where it's like, they're well aware. You're not my first. Like, I knew how to drop your panties before you told me, bitch. But apparently it ain't my first rodeo. This ain't my first go-ahead. But when I love somebody, I love very hard.
So you would say that you love people the way that Dewey Cox walks. Hard.
Yeah, I can agree to that. But the problem with the females is they don't understand, like, I can easily cut that off.
My thing, man, is with all women, is they want too much respect, I think.
Yeah, no,
You
I
know, to a
agree.
degree. And
Don't ask me to pull a chair off for you if you're gonna be the same bitch in a line asking for equal respect.
yeah, you know, it's like these bitches who want to preach equality. Oh, well, I'll pay half of everything and you pay half of everything. It's like, bitch, let me be a man and pay for everything and you suck my dick. Let's just call it good. If you want to pay for half of everything, cool. Then next time I get drunk and want to fight somebody, I'm about to come beat you up. Chill the fuck out.
The best way-
You be a woman, I'll be a man.
The best way to agree with that is take the baddest bitch you know, and I'm gonna say this motherfucker loud and clear. You take the baddest bitch that you know and put a heavy object in the room. The most equal fucking give me respect, yo dog. Go put a heavy ass box in the fucking room that she needs to move. I bet you that drops really fucking fast.
Yeah,
she ain't the baddest bitch in the room no more. Like, can you get that? I'm a girl. Can you fuck off?
Yeah, straight up. It's like, dude, I'm not. It's like girls who start fights with dudes and then call the police when they get beat up. It's like, hey, bitch, I asked you to leave me the fuck alone, and you said, no, we gonna talk about it.
I told a girl
How many
this.
times we gotta talk about it?
I told a girl this. Hold on, I'm actually gonna say this because you know what? She is popular. I'm still to this day. I'm her number one fan. I'm not gonna lie. My son's mom. I'm her number one fan.
That's because your baby mama's fun.
No, actually, look, I was alone. But me and her did have this conversation where I did flat tell her. I warned her. Do not hop on my fucking back and get mad when I throw you off my back. Don't do it. And a lot of fucking, not her, I'm saying a lot of females like this day don't understand that concept. Don't fucking swing on me if you don't want to get hit.
Straight up.
It sounds stupid, and I'm not gratifying that behavior.
No, do I think you should beat women up?
No.
I'm not saying let's go beat bitches' heads in.
Right.
Because they're...
But these bitches gotta
But
understand.
I'm saying, if you don't want me to knock you the fuck out, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah, don't
when I
push.
say leave me
Yeah.
the fuck alone, leave me the fuck alone.
And that sounds horrible, and I'm saying, bitch, don't get fucked up, because a lot of people that are gonna hear this don't understand.
He's not referring to
Yeah,
females as
yeah.
bitch. He's referring to women.
Nah, bitch an equal opportunity thing. You
Equal
bitches
opportunity. Bitch does not discriminate.
It does not. It's just funny. Like I look at the position like you, and you're great, by the way. And just so people do hear that, and I'm not dick riding you. You have a daughter, and you're fucking wonderful. You're a great fucking dad.
You know, that's the only thing I really can control in my life.
Which is good. Pride yourself on that. That's fucking great. Cause me, I can honestly say I'm a horrible dad. I love my son. I guarantee if a fist fight or something like that's gonna happen, I'd be the first one to take it. But as far as a dad and that responsibility that you're supposed to be there and you're supposed to handle that, no. He has a stepdad right now and I fucking hate it. But that man's great.
It's just it's crazy, man, because you know me, I'm one of the people, whenever I told people I was going to rap, I tried to take this shit serious. I toured the country a few times, and I let people know, I've never been that dude who wanted to keep what I'm doing in my life secret.
You don't have false ideas.
Yeah,
I'm going to do this and watch me do it.
Yeah, and, one thing I knew right away, man, because I, straight up, when I watched my daughter born, I cried like a newborn bitch.
Everybody does.
It was the most powerful thing to ever happen.
It's disgusting. Fuck, it's gross. Not your kid being born, but like nobody wants to see a vagina like that. It's fucking gross.
It was the most special moment in my life. And
It is though. No, you're right.
even though I hate my baby mama, I thank her for sharing that moment with me, because it was hands down the best moment in my life, man. At the same time, it was the most terrifying thing that ever happened. It was just so many mixed emotions. It was a fucking roller
Uncontrollable.
coaster.
Not mixed. Uncontrollable.
Yeah, it was
How are
wild.
you supposed to feel?
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
know.
I know this, and this is stupid. I'm gonna say this too. You know who and you know her. And this is fucked up. This is how long we've known each other. Look at Shannon.
Shannon?
Yep. I just
That's
talked.
funny, because I was literally just thinking of a story
Go ahead.
in my head about, we went to that little trailer over on far side of Bloomfield going out toward Albuquerque. We're all drunk, man. You two had just fucked, and then she's walking through the living room all pissy yelling at you. And you said, bitch, go get and do that thing where you pretend like you're peeing and piss those kids out. I died, bro. It was the funniest shit, bro.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I was thinking 5 minutes ago when I was talking to you. But I didn't say it because I had no... But you brought her up. I'm like,
I
fuck
did.
it, We'll talk about it.
That's horrible and that's young. That's, oh my god. That's fucking funny
Go
though.
piss those babies out. You gotta get them out
Oh my
somehow.
god. That was wrong. That was childish. And whoever's gonna hear this is gonna have a... They're gonna have a complex about me, but understand, like... Fuck Fuck, I don't even know how to go at that.
Oh man.
You know what though? Whoever hears that's gonna have a complex, but that was some real shit. Like, look how young we were.
Kids, bro. Kids.
We were children that fucking understood it though. We went and grasped that. Like, me telling her, go piss them fucking babies out.
Go
like,
piss them babies out.
I don't want a baby with you. Go get rid of it. You know what I mean? That sounds fucking horrible. That's so bad.
It's so real.
It is though. That's the problem. No, and you're right. It's not that it's so bad. It's fucking real.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, be fucking for real. That sounds fucking.
Anyway, go ahead about your Shannon story.
All right. So she did have a kid. It's a kid I never met. Never
Yours?
met. I don't know that. I'll never know that.
Cause your son, the one I
My
met,
son's
looks just like
identical, yeah. Her kid, you know what? I'm not gonna fight it because maybe she's right. Maybe it is mine. But I fought her. Like, I tried to take her to court and all
Find
that.
out?
Yeah, and she bounced.
I'm about to say, really, if you're in the state of New Mexico anyway, as a man, if you're trying to find out, unless a bitch is like, hey, I brought him to test so I get child support,
She moved.
then it's hard as fuck.
She never hit me for child support. She never did anything wrong, like, as far as that goes. What she did, though, she left. If you don't know where I am, you can't find me.
And that's fucked, man.
It is fucked. So she left, and me and her talked the other day. We haven't talked in years, but I did. I attempted to contact her, and we talked, and she's not a bad person. But when we talked, I don't think you guys should talk until he's comfortable. Okay, now this brings up, what if I die tomorrow? What if I cross the street tomorrow when I die? And
but in the same car, that pedestrian who loves crossing
that
the road.
jaywalking asshole running motherfucker catches me. So that's not leaving the decision in his. It's not in his hands anymore.
To me, right out the gate, my thing is, how do you become comfortable with a stranger without meeting them? I couldn't. Like, how do I become comfortable with an idea, you know?
If you never knew your dad, would you call him dad?
No.
Right. You get what I mean? Like,
Be straight up. You got to know him.
like my dad, like, look at that. My dad's fucked up. My dad was a piece of shit. I'm cool though, and people will never understand that relationship, but my mom never contradicted that relationship. She never stepped in the middle. Like, if you want to be affiliated with that person, go ahead.
And that's a child's choice, I think, man. It's, they're biological. You know, unless they're, like, put up in foster homes or adoption because their dad and mom is raping and fucking them, or Jeffrey
Right.
Epstein type shit, you know?
Right. And I never went through that.
Yeah.
And you never went
No.
through that. You know what I mean? And you're not putting your daughter through that.
No.
I look at my son's stepdad. I have to respect that.
Dude, and that's a scary situation that, to me, man, for me, like, I guess I'm not in that situation.
Do you
but
want my actual opinion? Or do you want to know what you're going to say?
I want to know your opinion, but I want to tell you.
I hate him.
Why?
Because I'm being selfish. He's doing
I'm
everything.
gonna say, do you hate him because you think deep down he's a better dad than you are?
He is a better dad than I am.
And that's tough to admit, man.
You know what? It was. At this point, no, it's not now because I'm a shitty fucking dad, bro. I'm good at sex. I just ain't good at what comes after sex.
Yeah.
Which
I've
is
seen the videos, you know? Remember,
you
you
took
used my
that.
camera for a few of these videos.
Alright, whatever. But you have to look at it because I don't disrespect that man. Like, I want to.
You can't, man. There's something honorable about
You're
raising
right.
somebody else's
You're right.
child, bro.
Yeah, I tried to find every reason that I can dig for to call him a piece of shit, and I can't.
And that's
Like,
tough, huh?
fuck yeah, it sucks.
What's in the future with you and your son? Not just you and your son. What's the future for you and your family?
Do you want a real answer to that? Like a
I
very...
want only the truth.
I'm gonna give you the realest answer I can. This sounds stupid, and I'm gonna say it. I could die tomorrow and it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't. I know for a fact my son's okay. I know for a fact because of that man that we were just talking about, because of his mom, my death wouldn't affect him. Does that mean I want to die? Am I going to put myself in a position to die? No. But my plan is I'm going to go to Texas. My cousin is going to pave a path that is like, this is what you're supposed to do.
Because you're still really young, man. You know that. You're young. And you've been to jail too many times for being as young as you are.
Yeah, I know. But understand what I'm getting at, too. I don't want to go there and fuck his life up.
Yeah.
I don't want that effect on him. So, no, what's going to happen, I am going completely with my eyes closed. I am going and not expecting anything. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and more or less it's my fault. If it does work, great. I'm never going to have that relationship with my son like it should be.
You think it's really too late? How old's your son? You said 9?
It's 9. The way he looks at me, it's gone. I'm never going to have that. That sucks. I want to argue with it. I want to sit there and tell him that's fucked up, but I can't.
You can't.
I want to tell him, Hunter ain't your fucking dad, but guess what? He is your dad. He's been great to you. Look at Ed. You know what? Check this out. And I'll say this, and this sucks. My mom's boyfriend taught me more in the little time that we knew each other than my own personal dad ever did. My dad was the best mechanic in Farmington, and guess what? If your car isn't starting and it's probably your battery, I can't help you start it. That sounds stupid, but that's being realistic.
Just the lack of knowledge.
Yeah, the lack of knowledge. My dad was guaranteed the best mechanic and the best.
And you feel like he should have shared this with you? Not mechanicking per se, but he should have taught you something.
He should have kicked some knowledge, yeah. Yeah.
Because if you're not passing at least some knowledge
Shoulda,
on your
woulda,
children,
coulda, though.
what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
It's not my place to tell that man he shoulda nothing. There's certain shit, yeah. I feel fucking stupid. How come you don't know how to start a car, you're a dog? Guess what, bitch? I know how to steal a car.
I can't fix one, but I can jack one.
Yeah, I can't fix one, but I can steal that motherfucker. You gonna come out on a cold day and your shit gonna be gone.
Yeah, that's shitty
not
situation.
right.
It's fucking shitty, bro.
But look though, I can look at my son and I can tell you this. Like me and you, we're never gonna share this comparison. We're not. You're a great fucking dad.
And I agree. And it's the only thing I know that I'm great at is being a dad.
Alright, but let's do this. Let's count how many years can you count back. There had to have been a time, and it's funny. There's a time. Don't get mad at me for saying this, because we have known each other.
Don't hurt me, man. You know,
alright, good.
This is real.
There's a time that you, correct me if I'm wrong, you thought I was the shit.
You know, I thought you were cool. I still think you were cool.
But I'm not.
But
I'm not.
can't, just as a, and I mean no disrespect
You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
But as a man, I can't look up to you because
Don't.
As a musician, I used to, but as a man, I can't because,
I flopped.
You flopped. Not saying on you, and I'm not hating on you. I'm
know.
just saying, to me, one of the biggest priorities is take care of your kids. And it's important to me that I think the world is fucked and children need people.
Listen, though, that's some shit, though. And regardless what anybody says or they have to say, you're one of the people I do respect is that. Like, look at your daughter, look at the room, look at this situation. Like, you're daddy. Yeah, I can't even close the door unless it's locked. That's not you being mean, that's...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I respect that. I'm a piece of shit.
No,
Listen, I have characteristics, and this is being real, and I don't care who hears this. I have characteristics that were cool when we were 10. Your characteristic is you're what we're supposed to grow to be.
And and if we're talking about this, how crazy is it that that's what it is? Because
it's baffling.
I think back 5 years ago, and I literally think that as many close death calls I had with drugs and being on the road and doing all the dumb shit I did, I never had seen me settling down, like slowing my pace on the crazy shit. It was only getting worse every year. And then I had my daughter, and I'm like, it's time to pump the brakes on this shit a bit.
See, and you caught that, and that's something I haven't caught. Like, being for real, when Lyric was born.
But this is my thing, and it's a question to ask you. And I think about it all the time. Would I have caught this if my baby mom was a good mother, you know? Because I got lucky that I had a kid she's got 5 kids now. She's only got custody of 1.
Well, apparently she's good to some of them, huh?
You know, it's just like, if she doesn't take care of none of her kids, you know, so I knew this would eventually happen, most likely. I always had it in the back of my head. So, but let's say, do you think I would have slowed down to where I'm at now if I wouldn't have gotten my kid?
I feel like, and to be honest, this is my
Because
opinion.
I don't know if I would have.
I feel like you sped up. I think you hit a motion where you went really fast, and I think you slowed back down to who you were. Like, if that sounds stupid, I'm sorry, but I feel like your music thing and all that, it took off, and you were doing what's accustomed to doing that. Like, a lot of people don't understand that life.
And I tell everybody that, literally, and it's, unless you live
You'll never
how I did for
get it.
years, where all my money that I got depended on how much money I was able to make off music.
But how funny is that
you look at it
situation to
completely
us?
different.
Nah, look how funny that situation is, though. I made money doing it, too.
Yeah.
You made money, and you had a better idea to do it. So when you did it, how do you explain that to somebody? Like, for real, and it's agitating. How do you tell somebody that's never made a song what it feels like to make a song?
And yeah.
You can't do it. I don't care if your song sucked. It could be the worst song ever made, but guess what? I know when you pull up that screen, you pull up acid and shit, we can sit there and agree that I know what those bars are.
Yeah.
I know how to cut that down. Now we can take a stranger and show them that, and they're gonna
And
be like, "What the fuck?"
It's a foreign language.
Yeah.
Bro. It's a foreign language.
Stupid.
Even like you were talking before we started recording, even rappers who been rapping forever but don't know the behind the scenes of it.
Mm-hmm.
They see me mixing songs, they're like, what the fuck
Yeah.
are you doing?
It's
like,
a fucking hard process.
yeah, it's not, hey, I push a button and it's done. It takes
a
work.
lot of work. Sitting there and reading it. And I always said that this shit is a map.
It is a map,
It's
bro.
fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially if the person you're doing is garbage.
Yeah.
You won't be real about it. That's
I know.
garbage.
That's the worst, is when people who completely suck pay me money and I have to go through and make their song.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I have to listen to this song 20 times and I don't want to listen to it for 10 seconds.
So understand that, and well, you do understand that. There's nothing I can tell you about that. You do get it. So, I look at, you know what, to answer your question, my relationship shit and everything like that, this is gonna be the dumbest answer you've ever heard. I want somebody that's just like me. But I can't have somebody that's just like me because we'd never get along.
I would say, you guys would murder each other, kill each other.
So, I have to accept I'm probably just gonna be alone.
So, as we have beers now, I have to ask. You began this podcast by saying that you were an alcoholic. Are you really an alcoholic?
Yep.
Me and Jesse's cousin went to the Chevron after work to grab a couple sixers and some beefy jerk. The man behind the counter said he'd like to see ID. I handed him one of a guy who sort of looked like me. He frowned and asked me what was my address. I knew the street, but I couldn't quite get the rest. lost my real ID and that we would pay him double. He swore that we weren't cops and that he wouldn't get in trouble. He smiled and said, I'm sorry, but it's already 12:04. And the state says it's too late to sell alcohol anymore. Sadly, we went to put back the beer, but then a bottle caught my eye, and I got an idea. What about mouthwash? What about huffing paint? You don't need ID to buy it, and you can't arrive too late. What about mouthwash? What about smelling glue? If they say you can't buy liquor, then some cough syrup should do. Before we count this night up as a loss, what about mouthwash? Sitting in the truck in the parking lot, underneath the moon and all them stars. We don't need their liquor stores and we don't need their bars. Drinking Listerine and tonic, and Jesse's cousin sipped a scope and coke. Robitus and Red Bull, now that shit ain't no joke. But something changed within me at that store. Beer and spirits just don't cut it anymore. The whispers that I hear and the looks that I keep getting when I toast with a Anim8ted daiquiri at a fancy wedding. And last night a cop pulled me over, going down 95 South. And he saw the Sherman Williams all over my nose and mouth. He just looked straight at me with a pity in his eyes, like he'd just seen the depths of sadness a man can't have inside, and the lengths to which he'll go to numb it down for another day. He looked as if he'd cry, but then he just walked away. I watched as he drove off down the interstate, and then I thought to myself, that's another reason this stuff's great. What about mouthwash? What about sniffing glue? When the police pull you over, they ain't sure what to do. What about mouthwash? Or even hand sanitizer? When they check your glove compartment, they won't be none the wiser. Before we count this night up as a loss, say what about mouthwash? What about mouthwash?
And do you ever plan to quit?
Yep.
How?
I don't know that much. If I did know that much, I would have quit already.
Do parts of you feel like you're repeating a cycle that your father was in? Because I met your dad, and the few times I met him, he seemed to enjoy the drink as well.
You understand? Hold on, let me correct that real fast. My dad's problem wasn't alcohol. My dad's problem was how do I even say that? Because honestly, thinking about it, it's probably mine too. My dad's problem was he knew who he was. He wasn't happy with everything he did, but he knew who he was. So when he fucked up, you couldn't tell him he fucked up. You couldn't go to him and be like, that was bad. I know. My dad look at you eye to eye and tell you, I know it was bad. I know I regret it, but guess what? I did it.
I did it. It's done.
Yep, I did it. There's no taking that back. I fucking hated him for that. I hated his fucking guts. What he did to my mom. Like, the bullshit that he did and thought was right. I gotta question the fact. He didn't think it was right. He just accepted it. That's fucking horrible. Think about drive-by shootings. You kill kids. I look at my dad like, what he did, he knew was wrong, but
He did it anyway.
He accepted it. Like, he sat there like, yeah, punch that girl in her fucking mouth. Guess what? My friends, like, everything, and I don't fucking care. I'm gonna say that too. The majority of my friends, and you know that. How long we known each other? The majority of my friends are what? Mexican, black, or their family. I don't have a lot of white friends. That's not an excuse for anything I do. I don't relate to suburbia. I relate to you. My dad felt that way too. I don't relate to shit. And I watched him die. I can say that. I pulled the plug, and the problem is that a lot of people don't fucking realize when you sign that piece of paper, somebody has to be in there to witness.
How did you feel? Like, to me, I can't even imagine the pressure that you would feel upon a situation such as that. Like, I don't know if I could do it.
I didn't know if I could either. I felt like he knew. You want to go there? We got time? Because I'll go there. I'll tell you something I ain't never told nobody
We got
ever.
all the time in the world.
Cool. I'll go there right now.
We got 20 hours.
Me and Chelsea skipped off because it was her birthday. My dad told me he was going to kill himself. He flat, word for word. This is what I'm going to do. This is why I don't like that shit. Don't fucking tell me you're going to do it if you ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
If you're really about that life, be about that life. And he called me. He called me every day. And it was Chelsea's birthday. And I took him out to Sims Lake, that little bullshit. We fucking went out there and he made Chelsea drive his car. He got in my truck and we drove together and he fucking cried the whole time in tears. My mom will tell you he used to be a crybaby, but honestly, I had never seen him cry like that much. And he was the entire way, just tears. I told him, stop being a bitch. He drove out there, he started a campfire in Chelsea, and because it's her birthday, she wanted to go to Durango.
Get a drink on, huh?
No.
No.
She didn't even drink at the time.
Oh, shit.
She was pregnant.
Oh.
My conclusion on shit, my dad traded his life. You ever heard that saying, every time somebody dies, another child's born?
Uh-huh.
I felt like my dad. That's something I tell myself to comfort myself. My dad traded his life. That's an honorable way to do it, I guess, but realistically, fuck him. He didn't do that for my son. He never even met him. My dad died in June. My son was born in December.
Damn.
I didn't care.
That's rough, man, because literally one of my worst fears is anything happen to my parents, man. Like,
It's scary, but you have to understand it's gonna happen.
yeah, it's gonna happen, but I want it to be as long down the road, man. You know, it's just rough, dude.
I took him out there. Check it out, this is exactly what happened. I took him out there, we lit a fire, and he started crying. I don't know why he was crying. Like, he was sitting there, like, tears up, man, fuck that. So I went back to him and was like, Dad, I gotta go. And, this is shitty. This is a shitty side of me. I sped. I was drunk as shit. Chelsea was pregnant, and I had no right to do that, but I drove from Sims Lake, fucking hauling ass, fucking foot on the floor, rolling, and she's pregnant with my son.
That's dumb, bro.
I know.
All it takes is a second.
I know. I'm agreeing. Yeah, very right. It's dumb, but at the time, at the moment, it didn't cross my mind, and all I could think about was my dad. Piece of shit. I watched what he did to my mom. He almost killed her. Like, he drug her through a fucking gravel yard, but beat the fucking brakes off of her for no reason. Like, she never cheated on that man. Like, she never did shit, and he fucking did that. And
Always influenced with this drama. promise shit, you couldn't deny it. If all the kids are doing it, then fuck, you had to try it. Like, here, man, just take a sip, take a puff. You upgraded that to have a sniff. Get fucked up, no such thing as too much, cause one is never enough. Until enough is enough, the walls collapse and don't shut. All the opportunities that you had in the past now seem to blow away like some fresh cut grass. Everyone that used to love you can't stand your ass. Only thing that you're good for is a couple of laughs. All the friends you thought you had talk bad behind your back. Baby mamas can't stand you, you can barely call you dad. Your own parents disown you cause they know you doing bad. They all tried to warn you but you steady deny. Always try to lie, reply you're not that guy. But if drama was helium, then you that fly. I sat all alone in my room, my face illuminated by the light of the moon. I'll take flight and say goodbye to you soon as I attach this nose to a helium balloon. Levitate off the ground and I float out of fume, looking down at the earth, accepting my doom. I've made up my mind, I know what I must do as I attach this nose to another balloon. My life is loco, I'm feeling lonely, I'm drinking solo. Holding on to past heartaches, feels like I can't seem to let go. I'm out of time and I feel like I'm drowning in this water. I try for years to swim to the surface, but it's getting harder. Peace I'm seeking seems to dissipate far in the distance. The hope I have inside it disappears within an instant. The hurt within it gets heavier with every breath. Feels like there's an elephant standing up upon my chest. I look into the mirror, don't like the man that's staring back. I slap my fist against reflection to tell it breaks and cracks. And as the blood falls swift from severed arteries, the darkness engulfs my soul and it becomes a part of me. I'm getting tired, I feel like I've exhausted all my options. I'm trying to end it all, but every time I end up stopping. I mean, I don't wanna die, what the fuck am I doing? I wanna be alive, but I'm so tired of losing. That's why I woke up this morning and prayed for change. I prayed to come up out of the darkness and give me strength. I wanna be around so I can see another day. Tie a helium balloon to my hands, I'll float out the grave, I know I'm saved, yeah. I sat all alone in my room, my face illuminated by the light of the moon. I'll take flight and say goodbye to you soon as I attach this nose to a helium balloon. Levitate off the ground and I float out of fume, looking down at the earth, accepting my doom. I've made up my mind, I know what I must do as I attach this nose to another balloon. I'm an addict with a tragic life, a manic wife who demands the pipe. She's scared to sleep in the dark, so she smokes crack at night. Yeah, somehow we expected to have a happy life, and now we're constantly pissed off at each other cause it ain't happened like that. She strikes me, so like the Emperor I strike back. I use a whole fist for a nightcap. Who's this demon woman in front of me? Where's my wife at? Oh wait, she probably out cheating again, knee deep in the sin, doing things way worse than just sleeping with men. Got a needle to skin, sucking the stranger's dick, coming home and kissing our kid. This shit makes me sick that this is the way that we fucking live. But today it comes to an end. I called down to her work, tell her she needs to get home. One of her children have gotten hurt. She finally reaches the house and the plot is worse. Both of our kids are dead, one shot in the head and the other is suffocated, but naked, wrapped in baby blankets, all because of the skank bitch. Took another dude's dick and thanked this. Starting to make sense, her neck's where my shank fits. I sat all alone in my room, my face illuminated by the light of the moon. I'll take flight and say goodbye to you soon as I attach this nose to a helium balloon. Levitate off the ground and I float out of fume, looking down at the earth, accepting my doom. I've made up my mind, I know what I must do as I attach this nose to another balloon.
I came back and me and Chelsea went to Durango and we had a good time, and I had a gut feeling. Whole time we were rolling back, I knew something was wrong. And we came back and Chelsea broke up with me that night. I didn't want to go out to dinner for her birthday with her dad because her dad didn't like me. And I'm not gonna appease somebody that doesn't fucking like me.
They ain't gonna get the chance to know you.
Yeah. So it was like, man, fuck him. And she got mad and told me to get my shit and leave. So I did. And the next day I was at work and then I got the call. Your dad got in a wreck. So bad he lost his fucking teeth. I never understood that. I wanted to put that on his grave. The fuck out of everything you had to hang on to, you lost your fucking teeth. That's whack. But he lost his teeth and shit, but he didn't fucking die. Like, he drove off the canyon, wrecked really bad, and crawled. I never understood it. If you wanted to die that bad, you should just laid in the spot you landed in.
Still, take a nap.
She just laid there, but yeah, he crawled up. And I got the call. I was at work. I took off. I used to go and read to him every day. I'd read to him. Remember that shit. Tell them write that down. Guarantee best books ever. Phantom Tollbooth and The Giver.
The Giver.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've heard of this book.
I'm sure you have.
Like I would read it though.
You like them. I used to read them these books every day, and it was funny because every time, nobody knows this, so I'm gonna say it. Every time I used to close that book, I used to talk shit. I used to set it down in the fucking cabinet and tell him, fuck you. Because the whole book is about this kid that doesn't appreciate life. So when I used to set it down, he's bored with life. Not that he doesn't appreciate it, he's just bored with it. I used to read that book every fucking day to this guy. And I'd hang it up. I remember that shit. He couldn't even open his eyes, but I swear to God, I look at his eye sockets. Fuck you. Piece of shit. Hope you do die.
And what was the point of this?
Pride. I don't know.
Do you think it was because you were sad or because you were legitimately fuck you dead?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I know when I was doing it, my dad bought a gun for me. I used to sell guns. I used to sell guns. I think you even remember that. I used to sell guns like a motherfucker. My dad was racist as shit. Like, it's funny as fuck because most of my friends are black and Mexican. My dad was all about that white power shit.
Uh-huh.
And he was buying dope. My dad was doing heroin, like heavy, and he bought a gun from me. But the way that he went about it, when he bought the gun, maybe you don't want me to know this about you, but I do know it about you. You go to the hood and you sell guns. I didn't know how to respond to it. So it was almost, I guess to answer that question, it was almost out of spite. Like, you went to the same hood you were hating on and heard a little bit of noise about me, but you ain't no better than me. Fuck you. I sold him a gun. I sold him a 40 Glock for $50.
Damn!
I know, right? Sold that motherfucker $50. He looked at me the same way. Are you serious? And at the time, I looked at it like you're my dad. Ain't never been my dad. In fact, you could take this interview and go ask my mom. You know what my mom will tell you? The scariest fight she ever seen in her life was me and my dad.
So you actually got in a fist fight with your dad?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because this lady called my mom a whore.
Oh, hell no.
Nah, hold on, I'm gonna explain this. You didn't know about this?
Nah. I did not know about this.
My dad invited
Do tell.
me. You're gonna be in shock. My mom invited me to go to dinner. It was at my dad's. They had been fucking for years. After I turned 18 and Katie turned 18, they got along. Like they were tight. You ain't gotta pay.
Snap.
Yeah, that was news to me. But he didn't have to pay child support anymore. So when I showed up to meet her for dinner, my mom's car's there. What the fuck is this? So I walked up and I asked him. So my mom broke it to me. 100. Me and your dad have been talking for a long time. What do you say to that? Like, I can't really hate. Like, you're both old as shit. So
Get your bang on.
if you're getting your bang on, but she didn't want to tell us because like there was so much resentment and shit built up. But yeah, they were fucking. So I was with Chelsea. This is right before my son. My mom and Chelsea took off to the liquor store to get more alcohol.
Oh, snap.
My dad was fucking the neighbor. Yeah. My dad was a whore.
Oh,
He's
God.
no different than me,
I was
though.
about to say, I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Now, but check it out. Here's what happened. I overheard through the fucking door one of them bitches call my mom. Like, who the fuck is that whore? And I overheard it. So when I came out, what the fuck did you say? She's looking at me. Oh, yeah, my dad tried to defend it, and I don't know why. I just fucking hit him. His house is on the top of a fucking hill, and we rolled all the way down that motherfucking
Was
hill.
it still over that by Child Haven?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they dumped on him. And he's sitting there, I'm calling my mom before, like, I didn't want it to be that way, but it was that way. Like, you're not finna call my mom shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
So he got dumped on. And that's the toughest fight I ever been in my life.
Snap.
Nah, straight up, my dad was not a bitch. That sucks. I don't even want to admit that. But to be honest, they're picking gravel out of my head, picking gravel out of his head. Like, different terms too. Like, you gotta understand, there was a lot of ingested, like, hate to that. So
yeah, I don't imagine this being just
it
this
was
thing.
fucking disgusting. Like, I can't even say I beat the brakes off him, because honestly, I woke up that next day and I hurt, like, everything hurt.
You felt it?
Yeah, I felt it. So when I got up, and me and him didn't talk for like 3 months after that, and that's what he said too. I hurt, like, oh my God, that fucking kid hurt me. Like, I ain't raised no bitch. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't. I ain't finna give you that peace of mind. Cause no, I ain't never been a bitch. You know that. You've been there in situations with me. I've never been a bitch in my motherfucking life.
Yeah, wrong or right, you stand up.
Yep.
And you got to. I tell everybody, whether you're wrong or right,
You stand up.
Stand the fuck up for yourself, bro.
Unfortunately, that motherfucker was the same way. He felt exactly the same. You ain't finna beat me. We didn't say anything. That's what's fucked up about it. There was no conversation. None of it was, you know what I mean? That cross-talk.
And
None
you know,
of it. We dapped, and he called my mom 2 days later and was like, oh my God. My mom's sitting there hurt. My mom's feelings were fucking demolished. She blamed herself. Like, I never should have told him we were seeing each other. And that had nothing to do with it. I didn't fight him because they were seeing each other. I fought him because the neighbor called my mom.
If you want your mom to see anybody, isn't it your dad?
No.
You're like, fuck, no.
No. Straight up. He's a piece of shit.
Oh, man, that's rough, dude.
Not really.
You know,
I was at the moment I accepted
You know, I
it.
met your dad a few times.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I would never say that he was my favorite dude. But,
he was a real ass motherfucker,
you know,
though.
he was honest, and I remember he liked to drink, and he had some birds. Like the fucking ducks or geese or chickens or some shit, right?
He's so fucking weird. But yeah. Straight up fucking weirdo, but that's what I told him. But he got too indulged in that hood shit. And then when that shit with Eric happened and that money came through, my dad wanted to work for me.
Whoa. It's a trip.
The guy that gave me that money was his best friend.
Alright, well, let's rewind so the audience knows. Let's talk about the situation, how you become into this money.
My dad's best friend gave me $20,000.
And what did you do with this $20,000?
I invested in a computer and music and... Hold on, let me rephrase it. Actually, I'm not going to rephrase this because... Nah, fuck yeah, I'm going to rephrase this. I hope he fucking hears it too. I had best intentions for the group. I got $20,000. And I could say this, and I'm going to say this, so if anybody fucking dislikes it, I'm going to drop the N-bomb.
Have you heard? I don't use the N-word. Don't use racial slurs. I'm white, so I can't say. Skin so light, I'm only dark at night. If you're white and you're singing along to the song, please don't drop the N-bomb. I'm black, so I can say the word nigga. Nowadays, everybody says it, my nigga. Not the way niggas say it. For me, everything's a nigga. Right now, I pass my nigga to my nigga. If you're white and you're singing along to the song, please don't drop the N-bomb. Hit Foot Locker, put some niggas on my feet. Shoes, hit Mickey D's, got some niggas to eat. French fries, Old Navy, put some niggas on my ass. Shorts, chilling on the couch, nigga, watching Mad. That's cool.
I'm sorry that my rhymes be a little bit clunky. What do you expect from a white-ass honky? If you haven't used the N-word, then I'd like to thank ya. You done me proud, you honky-ass cracker. If you're white and you're singing along to the song, please don't drop the N-bomb.
Don't do that.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it. And what? They want to be mad? I'm not racist. I don't think this way. But being honest, when I sat down and had that meeting with this guy, I had been doing music for so long. He knew my attitude was benefited into it. Like, he knew it's something I really wanted. So he gave me $20,000 and turned around and said, you can't bring any of your nigger friends.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's nothing I said. It's not anything I feel. He sat there and said, cool, I'm down to have a meeting with you, but you can't bring your nigger friends.
That's fucked up.
So I turned around and explained that to him. And this is Eric. This is all them. It's a company. I'm starting. They kind of need to be here. So when we went, he told me, you better have a business plan. You write up your own business plan. You do the research and figure out how to get an LLC. And like, you do the legwork. And I'll invest if you actually do that. So I did. I was there the next day with my nigger friends that actually knew way more than I did about the situation. So they sat down and he kind of got put in check. Like, imagine that's the company you keep, you know? His friend, that's no better.
Yeah.
You know, two flocks run together. So, but yeah, when it all happened, they gave me a check for $20,000. And the only reason he did that was I had been doing music for so long. Like, as long as we had known each other, that he thought it was something I was really into. So yeah, I'm gonna help you. Cool. I told him the same thing. We had that meeting. If I was a fucking serial killer and I needed a hatchet, like, would you buy that? Like, I don't understand. But he had enough faith in it, and it did really good. When I gave him back the money, I had only spent $5,000.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, he gave me 20 and I only spent 5. Still horrible. I mean, that's a kick in, but I gave him back $15,000. There you go. It wasn't going the way that we had discussed, so
It's better to cut your losses short.
here's your money back.
Yeah.
It could have been bad because, my friends, my
Because people die over 20 grand, you know, every day.
people die over cigarette butts.
Yeah,
I'm well
that's
aware.
Real, yeah, real shit.
So yeah, what happened is they started spending money on shit that wasn't music related.
Yeah.
They gonna buy a lamp.
Shut that shit
They were
down.
buying lamps for their house.
Nah.
Yeah, so I told them, nah. So they got dumped, and then, I went to his house. I gave him a card. It was cool.
So you were once in a rap group called Lyrical Nonsense, and then you went from a group called LN Click.
Nah, Ellen Click is lyrical nonsense.
Okay, well, when I met you, you were in a group called Lyrical Nonsense with a Native American rapper named
Ace.
Ace Dog.
Ace Dog.
Dark and cloudy, I met her in a forest, sitting in a fortress in a beautiful see-through dress, crossing her legs, exposing her chest. Yes, I'm a guest of death. Kissed her lips, licked her tongue, taste her breath. The taste of a fresh flesh virgin got my demons submerging, circling my mind like the crows in the sky. Oh, I must I proceed to spread open your knees, rub my hands up your thighs, baby, close your eyes. Feel the butterflies in the pit of your stomach, rubbing your clit, you love it. I'll rub it gently and slow. Watch your lower back arch, just go with the flow. Yeah, baby, do how you know. Don't hold back, baby.
Don't let go.
Down the halls, she met with me. Down the halls, she met with me. Down the halls, she followed me. Down the halls, we rode the walls. Down the halls, down the halls. I'm chasing hours throughout the palace. Down the halls, she met with me. Down the halls, we followed the walls. Sounds of echoes screaming, don't let go. I hold on as long as I know that we both belong. Hold on strong, you're always right, I'm always wrong. I expose my fangs to bring the pain. The glow in the distance of a set fate led me the way. I got them soul looking to be saved. 7 days, 7 nights, like Jesus in a cave. Revival live in a 505. Got the love with a knife, sharp as a blade. I'm native, slayed and cast my enemies' souls away in darkness of hell. The rot and decay indicate God Let's pray for those that can't stay in heaven. Grab your holy Bible and pray for them, reverend. I'm severing body parts from the heart. My cemetery girl, they can't keep us apart. Our emotions are entwined, combined. Our love in the dark, in the dark. Down the halls, she met with me. Down the halls, she met with me. Down the halls, she followed me. Down the halls, followed the walls. Down the halls, down the halls. I'm chasing hours throughout the palace. Down the halls, she grabbed with me. Down the halls, we followed the walls.
Don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go.
I don't want to speak on his behalf because I fucking don't know what he's thinking or feeling now. But I will acknowledge that many times he had told me that he felt like you had abandoned him for Eric because Eric was black and he was an Indian. And I want to know the story. Tell me the story, how you went from Lyrical Nonsense to Ellen Click, or if it's the same, and how
Here's what happened.
how you lost what when I had met you as your best friend.
He was my best friend. He didn't get abandoned. What happened was the Rubio show. Honestly, you remember that, and actually, I am wrong for that. If you want to be completely 100 for it, I didn't leave him because I had black friends. I left him because he couldn't rap. You want to be honest about it.
And whenever you get to your career, you got to do that.
Yeah. And what had happened, that was being realistic, because I turned around and watched. I bet you don't know this, and you do know me and him investively. When I had that 20 grand, I bought him tattoo equipment. I did. Out of that 20
I
grand.
know that.
So I paid for that equipment, and unfortunately, I didn't know just because you can draw doesn't mean you can tattoo.
Nah.
But I invested that money. Like, it wasn't go to 7-Eleven and buy some hood shit. It was, I bought him real shit. Shit, nah, and fuck him for even not saying anything like that. Cause nah, he was my best friend. Fuck no, I would have done anything for that motherfucker. But to be honest, he can't tattoo. I invested in something to better him. The music shit, guess what? You want to be real about it? He couldn't rap either. Did I want him to be a part of that?
Like he could have still stuck around in the backgrounds or something?
He wasn't, and that's my fault too. That wasn't it should have been, but it wasn't my choice to make. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could have. I wish I could have kept him around, but it was stupid. I was a little kid. I made a bad decision. I pushed him off. Realistic. I pushed him off. I regret it. I missed the fuck out of him. But I did try after the fact to invest in him. Like, here's an opportunity. Maybe rap isn't your thing. So maybe tattooing is. It wasn't.
Alright, so tell me what made the change from Lyrical Nonsense to Ellen Click? How did you go from rapping with a Native American
Lyrical
guy?
Nonsense, I know what you're getting at. Lyrical Nonsense was always what it was. That's where LN came from. LN.
Yeah.
Lyrical Nonsense. That's where it came from. And what had happened is when me and Eric met, he thought it was a corny name. That's too long. That's too this. That's too that. So me and him had a discussion, and so he decided to agree with it. He was gonna call it LN Click.
See, to me, just
It's bogus.
to me, I think the Ellen Click thing sounds more gangster and Lyrical Nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds
Yeah, you're
more
right.
Rhyme sayers.
Yeah,
You know?
that's exactly what he did. No, you're right with
You
that.
took something from rap to try to make it.
So we took what I was trying to call it from the gay and made it more G. Like, now it's...
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's exactly what it is. Now it's
Alright.
LN Click.
Sorry to cut you off, but you can continue your story.
But no, that's where it came from. And, when I had my arms done, because you know that, I think I was the only motherfucker in fucking high school walking around. Like,
Yeah. You got your whole arms.
yeah,
tattooed.
ain't the fuck up. And that's what, now I look at it like, I bitched out. I did. I bitched way out.
How so?
Eric wanted LN Click, and
He took it from you.
Yeah, I know. I allowed it.
Yeah.
I allowed him to take it. Like, Lyrical Nonsense was my pride. That was my baby.
Yeah, straight up.
And I was always happy that at
like
least...
you said, you got it across your entire forearms.
He does, too. He's got a big-ass LN on his upper arm. He's got DBMS. Like,
Does he got LN or does he got Lyrical Nonsense?
He's got LN big as fuck on his upper.
Because
Like,
it's different to me. To you,
it's
it might
different
be,
to me, too.
To me, I was saying, it might be the same to you, but to me it was different because I watched this unfold, you know. I'm not asking this story for me. I know the fucking story. I'm asking for the people listening.
I know. And I admit that shit. No, I saw him. Nah, he's got LN big as fuck on his upper arm. He's got DBMS tattoo. He's got all that, and it hurt my feelings because I didn't come up with DBMS.
Don't Bite My Style Productions.
That wasn't my idea. He came up with it, but at the time I felt like we were both so...
I don't want to sound like a dick, but, you know, I'm keeping it real, bro.
Go ahead.
I always thought this. How the fuck are you going to make a thing called Don't Buy My Style Productions when every single hook is somebody else's hook? Biting their style.
You're right.
You know, I always thought that.
But now, I'm going to give you the answer to that, and I already admitted that to you.
No, you told me, but
I can't write hooks.
I understand that.
So therefore, at the time, it was, okay, this is going to work. We can run with it. But at the time, you're very right. It's contradicting as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
For me to sit there, it's hypocritical as fuck.
Yeah, I just never understood that. I really didn't.
But to answer that better, that was never aimed at the industry. That was never aimed at other artists other than Farmington. That's aimed at these bitches. Don't steal what we're doing. Don't steal what the fuck we're making even happen for you. Now, if you get realistic, which is easy for you to think of, you're probably the only person, and I'm gonna be honest, had anybody else said that right now except for you, I'd slap the fuck out of them. But I accept when you say it, and I appreciate when you say it, because at the moment that LN was popping off and DBMS was created.
It was. You guys were bringing some good concerts to the town, you know.
Okay, but
I know what you guys were doing.
Those other people don't know that. So when it happened, all these other kids like Adrian, I don't give a fuck. And I'll say that now too. You podcast out all day. I'll say fuck 505 Familia. I'm not mad at saying that, and I'm just gonna say they never had and they never will have an impact like we did. Did my impact stop? Yes. I accept that. I had a cool run.
I was gonna say you had a run, bro.
Yeah, I had a cool run, but my run ended.
Life happens for everybody.
So I'm not mad at that, but for these little motherfuckers to get out of jail and act like we were doing shit, you weren't doing nothing. Crazy Poets in my book, and this ain't dick riding you. I can sit there.
I tell everybody, they can hate, which they do. You can hate all you want, but we did more in this area than anybody else.
Yeah.
And
our timeline did.
You know,
alone.
Yeah.
We were so hungry. Like, we really fucking wanted that. These other kids, they picked up a cell phone, bought a microphone.
Yeah. It's like we were talking earlier. We were using a fucking karaoke machine and an MP3 player.
And we were proud
And we were
of that,
making
though.
jams, bro.
I'm gonna say this.
The first album Crazy Poets ever put out, not an album, but the first mixtape Crazy Poets ever put out, was with the karaoke machine and an MP3 player.
But look at that, though. How much motherfucking I would love somebody to go and... see that. Go and set that motherfucker up and see what we were doing. Like, we were so motherfucking, like, intelligent doing it and didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Yeah, straight up.
But we did it. We took shit that was happening in the 80s and
we relived it, bro.
We actually got to do it.
Whenever that movie Hustle and Flow came out, me and Chris were watching that shit, you know, because we were hip-hop heads hard.
Yeah.
Because, dude, when that shit came out, all I wanted to do was swerve on them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Swang. Not swerve. Swine. That's still Lil Boozy. Swang.
Yeah, Lil Boozy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
The song's called Swang, cuz.
Oh, shit. My bad.
No, you do got swerve out the window when I... Yeah.
And, but anyway, Oh, but no, we're watching Hustle and Flow, bro. And when he uses that fucking machine, that little kid drum machine, Chris and I were like, bro, they jacked our shit. Because the first song we ever did, we had a Fisher Price. It had 4 sounds on it. We had a Fisher Price little drum set for children, bro.
That's
Children.
shit.
And we recorded this on a tape. Then we dubbed the tape to the other side. Then we put it in the other side. And then we dubbed the tape with the microphone. And we made our first song. And it was like, dude, this shit.
You gonna let me say this?
It was real.
I'm gonna say something. This is still recording, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something really fucking quick. It was a Samsung MP3 player. And I swear to fucking God, I think it was 5 days before Christmas. Skylar already had this MP3 player. Like, he was going to my house.
It was Cannibal's MP3 player.
Well, either way, you were going to the house and that's what we were using. So when I got my own, I went 4 days before Christmas. And I swear to fucking God, I sat down in the living room that my mom still has. And fucking cried and begged like a bitch. Like, Mom, you don't even have to buy me nothing else for Christmas. Just buy me that.
Straight up, it was dope, bro. That was our life.
That was our bread and butter at the minute.
Bread and butter right there.
Yep. And my mom sat there like, for real, because I'm being, and she did do it. She did go buy it, but being honestly, she's sitting there like, why do you want that? Until we did what we did to the room. That fucking room was...
It was a studio,
that
bro.
fucking room... I will argue with anybody, and I swear to God, Usher Raymond right now could tell me he had a better one, and I bet he's wrong. That shit was fucking gorgeous. And understand, I mean, say I'm wrong, but say he did it himself. We fucking did it ourselves, and that was fucking dope. Like, go in there, bitch.
It was dope.
Can't go get so pussy because you gotta sit there and tell that bitch watch out for the chords. That's fucked
Don't
up.
unplug my shit.
Yeah, don't do it.
Lose my spot.
But I do, and I've sat there and said that about you. That's not dick riding. Nobody get that fucked up. But honestly, I respect where I came from. You hung out with Skylar? Fuck, I hung out with pizza face fucking Skylar.
I know. I had the worst acne, bro.
That was my dude though. Like, it's cool. So I'm okay with it.
But I'm about to wrap this up, man. We're going on 2 hours now, so
and we're interesting like that.
So I want to ask one thing from you. You used to be the freestyle master, so how about freestyle before you leave?
Alright. I got my game, the Milton Bradley, more scratched than wax, and I go digging in that abs deeper than the 10 packs. I got actual facts, and I got actual wits, and I'm the type to drop the mic but never actually quit. They belligerent on, in that shit down scale, looking at these hoes like this shit ain't real. How them Pennyfield grow, how they do that toss, everybody wanna do it. They don't recognize boss. I ain't talking Rick Ross, I ain't talking about the game, talking about bitches that can run it the same. I don't like it. Delete that.
Gotta bear that weight on your shoulders, cope with that stress on your chest. Gotta glance at your decisions and the shit they affect. Like my daddy gone cause he made that choice. My brother's gone cause he chose that fight. Family's off and on cause maybe I'm the one that refused to try and make that right. It's fucked up. And I know exactly how fucked up. Feels so much of my life I spent walking around on top of eggshells that numb me, constant pain when you reflect on distant things. Opportunities you missed and shit you let wash down the drain. Gotta chalk into the game. There's certain things you cannot change. Can't press rewind, good luck trying to find a fucking time machine. Mistakes you may have made, you gotta use to live and learn. Add some fuel to that fire, let those motherfuckers burn. Don't waste your life concerned with things that came and passed. If it doesn't help your future, you gotta leave it in the past. The stress goes overbearing. Sometimes you want some wine to appreciate the little things we miss between the lines.
We're
reaction had a choice. Every sound I chose to make a noise at one point had a voice. When I speak mine, knees get shaky, tone gets meek. When the world's in tone and cheek, struggle to find the urge to speak. I can recognize when it's crunch time, till the time when it's my time. What was overdue during due time, take punchlines over headlines, I'm all mine. But I was born to be this way. I choose ignorance over concern for the shit that people say. If I had a nickel for every time somebody said they hate me, I'd have been a millionaire since the day my parents made me. Life is filled with judgment, and it's usually from our peers. Same shit we try to overcome is the shit that they make clear. To the point that the will to be yourself will slowly disappear. To the point that you just lose yourself but I want to still be here. It's a journey to the end, it's a race to the top, but a destination is the same after the bullshit stops.
Thank you again, Animated, Jeff Border, for being here. We
no
appreciate
way.
you for coming, and we invite you to enjoy some of these Pringles. Thank you. Until next time, you have a good one.
Man, I'm madder than shit. The fuck I gotta laugh for? My life in a bitch. They tell me chill up, I'm spitting your face. I'ma get this girl, I'll put your ass in your place. I'ma get hella detail and give you a taste. Treat you like you're judging when I'm pleading my case. You couldn't step in my shoes, you a fucking disgrace. My dad just died and my rent still due. No insurance when I ride and my license keeps renewed. New fridge plugged in, but we got no food. Baby crying, baby fussing, needing bottles similar. Heat bill needs paid, no hot water topping that. The world stands still, it's so lonely and cold. They tell me play them cards I'm dealt, I say fuck it, I fold. Stress on the brain, deranged, life in the train. Feeding for a fix, I need them seasons to change.
Want some rain, the summer took my life. Only pain until the summer comes back. No more happy circles, took my soul. No more happy rain, the summer took my life. Only pain until the summer comes back. No more happy. You change colors.
The conscience of your conscience that I haunt you in every continent. I live with bad decisions and visions of hurt and pain. I need a fucking change, so a razor blade will rearrange your pain. My brain contained obscenity, they sent to me intensely. A friend to be an enemy, they sentenced me a century to life on this earth. The night of my birth was a night of my curse. Living in hell is vivid until I'm doing it well. Smoking a bit, I'm smoking a bitch, I'm stroking a foot, I'm hoping to fit my dick inside her head. Yeah, I'm fucking her mind like the world did mine. Snort a white line, define the right crime. The night shine blind, I'm a crack pipe. Pray that the rest of your life be painless and quick. Load up a clip and slip a roll it in your brain. The season change will probably stay the same and never go away.
Autumn rain, the summer took my life. Only pain until the summer comes back. No more happy circles, took my soul. No more happy rain, the summer took my life. Only pain until the summer comes back. No more happy. You change colors.
Nobody love me, I'll eventually leave. I'm ugly but charming, have a picnic with me. I got a cabin by the lake, I'll take you out on the boat. And grab you by the legs and wrap your ankles with rope. Some might say it's a little deranged. I keep them all at the bottom, wrapped in chains. That's where the stay will forever remain. In suspended animation till the bodies decay. It's like a garden of girls, my collection of wives. Each one a prize to the depths I dive. I'm so happy my heart beat whole when they close. But I have to leave alone when the weather gets cold. I really hate the pain of being away. The lake freezes over when the seasons change. That means no more happy inside me, it burns. Locked away into the ice until summer returns.
Some rain, the summer took my life. Only pain until the summer comes back. No more happy circles, took my soul. No more happy rain, the summer took my life. Only pain until the summer comes back. No more happy. You change colors.
Descriptive. Animated. Jeff. R.I.P., brother. We love you.